Welcome to the third game of Kingstone versus Dragonstar. We will see the final map Spiral after Eldorado was won by Dragonstar, and Kingstone then got his point on his home map Zaval. Now we finish the set on the home map of Dragonstar, and as I said, that is Spiral, a map that I don't really know yet myself. But we can take a look at it together. And once again, they switched colors. Kingstone is teal in the set. He's playing with Byzantines. Maybe we can find out why. And Dragonstar with Burgundians. And if I zoom out, we see why this map has the name Spiral. There is a spiral in the middle. Surprise! Okay. We see this funny construction thing here with a fence and berries around. That is something I knew already, that we have that. That's why I initially thought that Portuguese could be solid here. But Kingstone is getting the sheep and the cow out of their cage and sends them over to be slaughtered. He saved them. And in the spiral, we have wood, then we have water with some deep fish, wood, animals, wood, water with fish, wood, the berries and the animals, also some deer, by the way. And yeah, this map is really, really far open. I think it's completely crazy to try to wall here. Therefore, I expect some aggressive plays, and I'm not sure if Byzantines and Burgundians are that great at that. Both are not the fastest, most aggressive civs, I would say. Burgundians with their cheaper eco upgrades and the Cavalier available fairly cheap in Castle Age basically excel at getting some eco rolling in fuel, and when reaching castle, getting this power spike with the cheap Cavalier upgrade that completely I'm out of words apparently. It nullifies the lack of bloodlines that we can get Cavalier and Castle Age. Gives the same amount of HP to knights, but to attack more. And to attack more is quite strong. Dragonstar is clicking Loom with pop 15, 5 on wood, so he's not clicking up to fuel too soon. Don't know why he clicked Loom. Was he on the verge of losing this Will, maybe? Oh yeah, great CA civs are good on this map, is saying Aim in the chat. And it has to be devastating to try to go for... a Loom, by the way, to protect this Will against the Scout, I think. That is going for the fish now. Yeah, CA can just run around fairly easily here, not being blocked by too many walls. Come in here, kill some Wills. Run away when the counter arrives. Run around, go over to the stone, to the berries and deer here, kill some fishing ships, and always run away from your opponent's counter units. And what we haven't talked about is that there's also a lot of gold in the middle, the swampy terrain. I think TC could be built here. Also docks. And this could be crucial, but we have gold and stone around. It's not as important as it was on Eldorado in game 1. Dragonstar getting double bit X already in the Dark Age. And this was played in Random Map Script Cup. And apparently Scout into CA was the most common play there on this map. And I can totally see that scouts thrive on maps where it's hard to wall in everything. For example, how would you wall in the Vil here and the fishing ships? It's just not possible. And I think the scouts, they might have trouble reaching over here. But they could get this one, block it off from the dock. It's similar. Fishing ships could take this one safely, but not this one. And this one, I think. This one for sure. And every other resource is also fairly open. And even if you small wall against the scouts, then the cav archers will devastate your eco. Kingstone already going for the stragglers here. Could be useful just to get enough wood to build your buildings when he reaches the Dark Age, the Feudal Age in 20 seconds. He doesn't have a barracks yet. Why doesn't he have a barracks? Oh, he is going for fire galleys, most likely. With 2 docks. Wants to kill the fishing ships. Byzantine fire galleys, obviously, way faster. And is now building the second dock. Deleted it. I think then he saw that his opponent is going for a second dock. And rebuild it. First he probably thought, okay, my opponent is still not in the feudal age. I will get the advantage just by being up earlier. But I don't like that he's absolutely not going for any land units. Now, first fire galley will be out in a moment. Demo, maybe a bit early, but will be needed to make up for the lower numbers of fire galleys on the side of Dragonstar. And also Kingstone with the stronger fire galleys, as they are firing a significant bit faster. Demo as well for Kingstone. And on this little pond, it's hard to run away from demos. And Kingstone can not only go for his opponent's fire galleys with the demo, can also go for the fishing ships and keep the fire galleys on the fire galleys of his opponent, but he decides to just kill the demo of his opponent. He is sure that he can kill his opponent's fire galleys with his fire galleys and therefore doesn't need to use the demo for that. Dragonstar as well with a dock on his opponent's pawn. But Kingstone just will have it so much easier to defend that. And it's looking good on the water for Kingstone. And as both players are basically ignoring the land right now, that's good for him. But if Dragonstar would go for a few scouts, then wouldn't be that nice for Kingstone. Some demo here by Dragonstar against the fishing ships that try to get this fish here. And what I don't like about this heavy water play, it gives you a bit of map control over this area, but you don't get that much from it. It's just a tiny part of the map. Can't even cross over these small land areas here. And how much fish are we fighting? For 195 here. 214 here. That's what we are fighting for at the moment. Dragonstar has a barracks now. Kingstone has one as well. Oh, Kingstone is going for the famous Byzantine trash rush. With the archer range and the barracks. Can be tricky to defend. Just because you can get so many units out as Byzantines without spending crazy amount of resources on it. And the only counter to both units, skirmishers and spearmen in the feudal age, is either a big group of fully upgraded scouts, which Dragonstar is far away from, especially because Bloodlines is not available for him. That probably won't be possible at all. Or Men-at-Arms, and Men-at-Arms just don't work that well in the long run. Especially not against Byzantines. So Kingstone can clean up everything here now, goes for the fish here even, but I don't think more than one fishing ship should be used here. Goes for one more fishing ship, most likely here as well, to get the last 193 food here. Gets down the dock. And Kingstone won the fight on the water. Stable as well for Kingstone. And he's going for archers, not for skirmishers. Makes sense with 9 wilds, now only 4 wilds on gold. And I personally would have liked the mill in here. I think it's not that efficient. Therefore, not the worst move to put it out. Market as well now for Kingstone. He's going for a lot of deer here. So he has a lot of resources, and his archers are running around the base of Dragonstar, who by now also added a archery range. Has a blacksmith now, no upgrades yet though, and a skirmisher that can defend against the archers. But the scout makes it a bit hard for the skirms to engage. Ah yeah, and placing the mill outside for these deer also makes a lot of sense. But for these deer, the mill in here would be a bit better. But in total, it's probably just better outside. We see the same from Dragonstar here, and Dragonstar is on the way to the Castle Age. And oh, the scouts try to kill the villagers with so much food with them. But can't engage against the spearmen. And a stable from Dragonstar. Dragonstar with 40 vills, Kingstone with 42 vills and 2 fishing ships, and also on the way up to Castle Age. But if Dragonstar can use his Cavalier power spike well, can be tricky to defend for Dragonstar, even though he has cheaper camels. He also lacks bloodlines, but except for the cheaper cost, he doesn't have anything to make up for it. And so far, no one with any blacksmith upgrades. Dragonstar is getting fletching right now. Dragonstar also already with both Castle Age eco upgrades. Is lacking wheelbow though. And I don't know what he has in his mining camp done already, but... Kingstone, by the way, got the first gold mining upgrade. I think I saw that for Dragonstar as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Can we compare 2 vills here collecting gold? Okay, I think they're as fast as the other, so both with the first gold mining upgrade. And now Dragonstar is in the Castle Age, has the first armor upgrade for his cavalry, gets the first knights out. So far can't afford the Cavalier upgrade, but it's not that much needed right now, even though more HP would be great against the archers. Going in here with only 1 knight is throwing that one away a little bit. And Kingstone can go for camels now. Doesn't have any upgrades on them though. And a monastery comes out for Dragonstar. Not only is a monk nice against camels, if Dragonstar gets onto relics, he also gets food from them. Makes it way easier to get soon Cavaliers out. Oh, but Dragonstar is out of gold in his base, and Kingstone has 21 army on the field. Will lose some against the knights most likely, but the scouts could run around and they can kill the vills here. Dragonstar might have problems with gold soon. Kingstone with way more map control. Dragonstar basically only his base under his control. Everything else looks better for Kingstone. But Dragonstar is building a TC on the outside here. No gold close though. But it looks like Kingstone has the feeling that there's something out there. He might know that there's only one gold in here. He has scouted everything in the space, so he knew that it's likely that this is the only gold. He has seen it, that it ran dry. Knights from Dragonstar are moving around on the map right now. Still only one defense upgrade, nothing else. Still more than Kingstone has, who has not a single upgrade for his camels. Both are struggling a bit with resources. A lot of idols here by Kingstone. He is building a TC now and he collects some relics already. Knights trying to find some will kills here, but the only thing they are finding is the sort of camel riders in their horses. Nice walls here. Now Dragonstar has to run under the TC to get away. Gets more damage. Quick wall here. Camels getting more and more hits. All knights down. Really nice quick walls here from Kingstone. And he's just building the houses now. Also one relic in already. And how's it looking on this side of the map? Oh, it looks like this wood line has to be abandoned. And Dragonstar all 21 will losses? Oh no, 21 losses in total. Okay. Eco KD 6-5 for Kingstone. Who's now getting the crossbow upgrade. Still no more blacksmith upgrades, even though those are very important. Gold access again for Dragonstar. There, and has a TC here on the right side. Gets gold there as well. Same thing is going on for Kingstone. He built his 30C next to gold and stone. And both players are now going for more eco. 66 to 69 workers. Dragonstar slightly ahead. Also with the better eco upgrades. Has heavy plow already. Has wheelbarrow. And therefore he should have more resources by now. But Byzantines basically known to make a lot out of not too many resources. Imp is cheaper, trash units are cheaper for camels, spearmen and skirmishers. This gold has to be abandoned. I think the fire galleys scouted that for Kingstone. And the camel was converted to the side of Dragonstar, making it a bit harder. And the fire galley can show that it also is able to fight land units. This one single scout is doing a great job at harassing vills here, maybe even killing one. Monk tries to get this vill on to his side. And Kingstone isn't really reacting. Loses the vill here. Will lose that vill as well. He's moving away his camels from the monks right now. Ah, there's one single house. Crossbows could come over. They are really good at killing monks. And finally we are getting some more upgrades. Bodkin arrows coming in and wheelbarrow as well for Kingstone. Oh, and a fourth TC was built here next to the wood lines. Already has some farms around it. Dragonstar is buying food, sells wood. Also, it's a scorpion. There's a siege workshop. There's one of Kingstone. Castle is coming up. Oh, but the mangonel is around already. And what is the teal besides Dragonstar's gold TC. That's the siege workshop here, and a lot of units now. Mangonel got killed by the converted camel. It's great for Dragonstar, but he can't really ungarrison his vills right now. As soon as they would start to work on the castle, the crossbows can reach them. So we can see here now with this vil on the verge of death. Gets healed up by the monk. But that monk won't help against the crossbows. The siege workshop can do that though. And there is the mining camp getting attacked by fishing ships, but Dragonstar has another one already. Kingstone is going for a 4th TC next to the gold here now as well. And a counter castle. Kingstone tries to deny that castle even further. And Dragonstar is deleting it. He doesn't have enough stone now. Has to buy stone again to build another castle now. And is building it on the left side now. But he will lose not only this TC, he will also lose control over the gold. And that is a very good castle for Kingstone, who's already on the way up to the Imperial Age. Imperial Age cheaper for the Byzantines. And traps are a strong unit, especially in these low military situations. Dragonstar with only 4 military. I think it's looking good for Kingstone right now. This castle is spotted by the fire galleys, but in no way they can stop that. And Kingstone could build a TC here and even use the farms of his opponent. Dragonstar tries to get as many vills out of this TC as possible, but that's not much. Vills are fighting the Mangonels now here. After that, Mangonel not only killed the Mangonel of Dragonstar, also the monk goes down. And we are getting cataphracted. Not the unit I would have expected. They aren't great against the Knight line. They excel more at killing camels and every type of infantry. And siege is also easy for them, but that goes for basically every cavalry unit. Now, Kingstone is moving into the base of Dragonstar. Dragonstar still with a clear vil lead. 10 vils more. Basically 10%. Oh, the cadaver could be converted. The crossbows are going for that. And we also see Custelier now. They are dealing quite a lot of damage with the first hit, even against camels, especially if the camels don't have bloodlines, don't have any defense upgrades. Light cavalry is coming in, scale baiting armor, and stone mining. No trap yet queued for Kingstone. I would like to see one at least. Just puts so much more pressure onto Kingstone. Kingstone is buying himself up as well now. He lacks a little bit of gold, is selling food as it seems, and is going up now. He needs that to have a chance in this game. And the Cataphracт with 6 kills. Good job by him. Camels are going a bit too deep under the castle to kill the Custeliers. Therefore not that successful. Still no trap. But Heavy Camel is coming in, Bracer is coming in, Gold Chef Mining and Husbandry. 46 on food. No fishing ships left, but a lot of farms for Kingstone. So he can afford quite a lot of light cav and camels. 10 on gold is not the strongest thing here, but if these 4 are going out, looks a bit better. Light cav plus camel should be really good now for Kingstone. Pikemen are being produced by Dragonstar, but with only 2 barracks won't be the best thing ever. And Elite Skirm completely useless if the opponent is going for light cav and mainly heavy camel right now. And now we finally have the first trap for Kingstone. And it would be good for him to go for some more upgrades for his camels. But against knights that are still not upgraded to cavaliers, even though the resources are there, they are good without any blacksmith upgrades. And with chemistry coming in now, are we going to see hand cannoneer or bombard cannon? Oh, very aggressive castle from Dragonstar now. Barely reaching the TC here though. On the hill, that's nice. Camels getting fought off by the charge attack of the Courtier, by the pikemen. And this castle will go up. The stable is lost. The mill here is lost. And the TC most likely will be lost as well. Especially now that Bracer comes in. But this castle here is opening quite a lot of options for Kingstone to go into the base of Dragonstar. And now Kingstone with a will lead, 143 versus 137, but I would consider both to have a strong eco and not give anyone here the benefit. So both with enough eco to afford everything if they keep it working. And in the middle, where the last bit of gold will be soon, Kingstone is now establishing himself. Camels are able to fight off the Corsairs and the very few pikemen. Inscription is helpful. There are a lot of places now where we see fights. The traps are starting to trap down the initial base of Dragonstar where he started. He's taking into light cav. And chemistry is coming in as well. For hand cannoneers or for bombard cannons? Or for both. But there's some archery ranges. We will see that soon. Kingstone not really using chemistry that much. Is adding some crossbows. And skirms now as well. But no bombard cannon, no hand cannoneer, no ARP yet either. And the camels are in. And now Dragonstar is losing eco. And 120 and falling is not really what you want as Burgundians. Normally they want to go for fairly expensive units. Paladin, bombard cannons, hand cannoneer. And then only 117 wills is not the greatest thing. And we have a trap fight here as well, but 2 versus 1. If Kingstone kills the trap here and can repair his own trap, he should win that easily. And Dragonstar losing more and more ground, but it's not that important right now. If you can re-establish some farm eco in this corner, gold is more important, but Kingstone has control over that as well. And 151 builds. A little bit of an overboom in my opinion, but it doesn't matter as Kingstone is winning Dragonstar's home map as well. And comes back in the set. That means Kingstone wins 2-1. Gets $30 while Dragonstar won't be too sad about the $15 that he gets for his one win. And Byzantines are showing why they were picked first. Burgundians, maybe not the best choice on that map, but I don't really think Byzantines or Burgundians are among the strongest civs for Spiral, but we will have to see that in another set maybe. Maybe I'm completely wrong. And in the stream, we will jump over now to Slam versus Overtaken. And they are in game 1 still? I'm not sure. We will see that. And that will also go to YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and want to see more, maybe that set is online already as well.